think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They get 31 yards that time. And it'll be first down, Panthers. And they're going to speed things up here. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. To throw is Newton. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Benjamin with it over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not, with his height, setting back there in the pocket. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Jamarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket? He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Greg Olsen from 10 yards out. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult, because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Prescott. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And now it's 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's go!
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Panthers will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Newton. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And his kick is good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Backing up. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. On 2nd down, Elliott. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They run again with Morris. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Now the ball comes loose. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now it's Ginn. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Funches with a catch over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gordons get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw. Surveying the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Flush to his right. Now a desperation, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try
and this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And onto the field here come the Panthers. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least
Ted Ginn's going to go. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there in overtime. 74 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. And the D looking like they may blitz. And here we go on 1st and goal. Here's Stewart. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.